What's going on, YouTube world? What's going on, YouTube world? Austin Zaback coming to you live with another video, and as promised, we're uploading daily right now. So this will be our 4th daily upload today, and today I actually wanted to go ahead and do a live stream. So it's about 10 o'clock here, Arizona time, and wanted to go ahead and hop on here live. Let's make sure everything's working really quick, and we'll jump right in. Okay, so we're looking good here. Looking good here. And okay, so let's go ahead and go up here to Instagram, bring this over, and that way we can check out our page. All right, guys, so here's my Instagram page. If you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram. Trying to get back up to 50,000 followers. Instagram has changed some algorithms lately and drop back down below that 50,000 mark. But we're getting back there. It takes a little bit of time, so no big deal. What I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video is something that I think is super, super important, and that has to do with real estate, okay? So if you're a real estate agent or you're a real estate investor, but specifically if you're an aspiring real estate agent, okay, this is for you. If you're not an aspiring real estate agent, so don't click away, okay? If you are an aspiring real estate agent, do not click away. You're going to want to hear this. If you've ever thought about getting into real estate, you're definitely going to want to hear this. And or if you're just looking to make more money, if you're looking to figure out how to kind of like get outside of your comfort zone, just, you know, whatever it is that you're looking to do, to talk to more people, grow your network, and really just become more omnipresent, then this video is for you. So I wrote out, which I'll click on here in just a moment over here, I wrote out just like about a one-page document of how I said this, basically, how this storyline kind of happened, okay? So I'll kind of read it with you guys. Hopefully you guys really enjoy this. It's super, super, super amazing. Based on a true story, by the way, this actually happened to me. And you can apply this in any aspect of your life, but specifically, if you're an aspiring real estate agent, then I would definitely pay attention to this. So let's go ahead. Again, guys, here, go ahead and go follow me on Instagram if you're not already. So this is what I like to call the hey nice car, okay? So this happened to me. So this tip, it works great. Again, if you're an aspiring real estate agent, here's how it works. So a few years ago, I'm sitting at a stoplight, right? And I'm sitting there. I don't remember what car I was driving exactly, but I'm sitting at a stoplight, and a brand new convertible Bentley pulls up next to me, right? And naturally, you know, what do? You stare at the car, and I'm like, what the heck? So I impulsively looked at the driver, and I was like, hey, nice car. And naturally, he replied, yeah, thanks, they're fun to drive. And I was like, again, I got to take full advantage of this situation here, right? So that's just who I am. I'm very outgoing, and that's who you have to be if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to make money, if you're looking to do anything in business, you have to be super outgoing. You have to be willing to talk to everybody. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. Let me just make sure audio is working and everything's working really good. Okay, yep, audio is working, and we're looking good, and we're already on here. Okay, so taking full advantage of the situation, I replied, hey, I actually happen to have a great garage in mind that you could park this thing in, okay? I sell high-end real estate for a living, and I happen to have the inside scoop on a discounted off-market deal. I was like, if you're interested, I can pull over and exchange contact information with you and send you some more details, okay? Actually, at the time, I didn't even have a property. I just knew of a couple, whatever, right? So, but the point is, I took full advantage of the situation. I knew I could find him a property. That wouldn't be a big deal. But I couldn't believe it, guys. It worked, okay? So not only did we exchange contact information, I ended up selling the guy a house in Scottsdale about 3 months later, made about $20,000 in this house, okay? So if you've seen the description of the video, yes, I did. That's how I did it, okay? And again, the best part of this strategy is even if you don't, like I was just kind of talking about a second ago, if you don't have the inside scoop on a deal, just let the potential client know that the property that you had in mind is no longer available, okay? But there is there's another one that's even more discounted that you have on your radar, and when it becomes available, you will make him your first phone call. Then, you know, of course, spend some time building rapport, gathering his buying criteria so you can eventually find him the perfect house. Okay, this is genius. Look, now, really quick before I kind of move on here for a second, so I'm going to go over here so you guys aren't getting distracted. What I want you to understand is that this tip isn't just, okay, the title of this tip for me is, hey, nice car. No, granted, this is a great way to do it, okay? You can make a ton of money doing it this way. What I want you to really understand is the concept behind the tip, okay? And the concept behind the tip is take full advantage of every situation. So if you're in Starbucks and you overhear some people talking about wanting to buy or sell real estate, okay? Go approach them. On the back of my laptop, I don't have it right now, but on the back of my laptop, when you flip up the laptop, right? So I have my laptop and I flip up my laptop screen. On the back of my laptop, I sell houses. You know, Austin Zaback, I sell houses. You know, I'm your friend, like whatever, right? With your logo on it. So when you're sitting at a coffee shop working from now on, instead of sitting at home working, go to a coffee shop and work. And when you're sitting there working, sit in the back of the coffee shop, and everybody that walks in sees this logo on your laptop that says I sell houses. Come talk to me. Come ask me a question, right? So the moral of this lesson is put yourself out there in every aspect, okay? It's not just, hey, nice car. While that worked for me, and it definitely could work for you, it's go out there and do this in every area of your life. Do it everywhere. You know, I want everybody to know who I am, right? And even if you're not in real estate, before you click off this video, this works in any industry. You're in network marketing, okay, great. You need to know people, okay? You're in Amazon FBA, you're doing YouTube. You want to grow your YouTube following. You hear people talking about YouTube. Whatever it is, right? So anytime I'm anywhere doing anything, I'm always telling people who I am, what I'm about, what I do. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do this, and this, and let's link up. Here's my IG handle. Here's my YouTube handle. Here's my phone number. Let's get coffee. Let's this, let's that. Remember, your network will determine eventually your net worth, okay? Again, your network will eventually determine your net worth, okay? Let's hop back over here for a second. So, ever since that day, I make it a practice. Again, these are just notes that I jotted down to take full advantage of every opportunity to market myself and my real estate business, and of course, even at red lights, okay? So at a red light, what do most people do? Pull out their phone, go on IG, go on Facebook, go on Snapchat, go on Twitter. Okay, guys, is that really making you money, though? Are you really like, and again, I'm not saying you're going to pull up next to a Bentley convertible GT at every stoplight. My point is the mindset that I want you to be in, right? If you are you at Starbucks or that coffee shop on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter? Or are you taking full advantage of every single opportunity that presents itself to you on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, all the time, 365, 24/7? Okay? I want you, yes, you, to be taking full advantage of every situation, all the time, 367. Okay? So, the moral of the secret, again, marketing is way too important to be left for the marketing department, guys. And a lot of times, you don't even have a marketing department. So you got to be doing this all the time, everywhere you go, no matter what. Okay, it's extremely important. Again, the key takeaway here is no matter what situation you're in, it doesn't have to look exactly like this. Again, maybe you're at Starbucks, slightly different way. You're a networking machine. Okay, you're a networking machine. You're gonna have to get outside of your comfort zone to make this happen. This isn't natural. Okay, human beings don't naturally want to get outside of their comfort zone and go talk to strangers. Okay, but if you're not willing to get outside of your comfort zone and go talk to strangers, you will never become successful in any industry. And I don't care what industry it is. It doesn't have to be real estate. It could be Amazon FBA. It could be Shopify. It could be YouTube. It could be social media. It could be being a fitness model. It could be whatever, right? If you don't get outside of your comfort zone, you will never be successful. So if you're a millennial watching this, okay, if you're a millennial, if you're between the ages of, I don't freaking know, if you're under the age of 35, okay, obviously if you're older than that too, pay attention. But if you're a millennial specifically, we're kind of raised with like this whole like phone thing, like we don't really have to call people, we can just text people and hide behind our phone. And that's not the reality of how business works, okay? How business works is face-to-face interactions, even on social and stuff. Like, yeah, you could probably go on social and, do this, that, and the other thing, but you got to meet people, right? So all these influencers that I'm friends with, I've met them in person. I know them in person. I know what they look like. I've shook their hand. I've met them, okay? And then we do collaborations, even like my YouTube collaborations, right? I just did a YouTube collaboration with Ricky Gutierrez actually yesterday. And, you know, what's interesting is I had to go meet him in person at his house to do the YouTube collaboration, right? How would I have ever met Ricky if I didn't get outside of my comfort zone to take the initiative to go meet him, okay? And I'm friends with, again, a lot of different people, right? So a ton of different YouTubers, a bunch of Instagrammers, just a bunch of amazing people in general. And again, this Hey Nice car tip, it really, I wanted to give you a real life example of what happened to me, and this is what happened to me right here, and it made me $20,000. But what is lying behind this real life example is the fact that you need to be a networking machine, okay? You need to be a networking machine. Talk to everybody. Talk to everybody, everyone, everything, all the time, 24/7. And again, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to screw up. Don't be afraid that you may not know what you're about to say. You're probably not. Look, I was talking to my buddy the other day. I was like, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, so many people want to learn before they ever take action. I was like, but something's off. I was like, something doesn't make sense. I was like, did you know how to walk before you walked? And he's like, well, no. He's like, I stumbled and I fell and I got back up and I tried again. And then one day I just walked. I was like, okay. I was like, did you know how to ride a bike before you rode a bike? And he's like, well, no, I just rode it and I fell a couple times. I scraped my knee and then one day I just got on the bike and I guess I figured it out. And I was like, okay, great. I was like, so did you know how to drive a car before you drove a car? And he's like, well, no. He's like, I never drove a car. And then I went to driving school and they taught me how to drive a car, but then I actually had to go drive the car and, it was a little scary and I was a little nervous. It got me outside of my comfort zone. And then, I'd never driven on a freeway and then I'd never driven on an interstate. But then I learned how to drive a car. And I was like, okay, that's amazing. I was like, because it's the same thing in business. I was like, people ask me all the time, how did you sell $1 million house? Like, how'd you get into the market of selling $1 million house? I was like, it only takes one. It only takes one. I was like, I just sold $1 million house. Now, my credibility, I can walk around and say, hey, I've sold $1 million house. Right? How'd you sell a $2 million house? It only takes one. I sold a $2 million house. I never did it until I did it. I never did it until I did it. Does that make sense? So if you've never made a YouTube video, nothing's ever going to change until you do it. If you've never gotten outside of your comfort zone and networked with everybody, it's never going to change until you do it, right? You can't practice your way to doing something. At some point, you have to just take action and do it, right? So don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back. Yeah, could this guy have said, well, blah, 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 and this situation could have gone differently? Yeah, of course, and it probably will. But the potential of it going wrong, is that going to stop me from not doing it all or not doing it ever? Right? Just because something can go wrong doesn't mean I'm never going to do it. That doesn't make any sense. That's the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. So, guys, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope that you learned to go out there, take advantage of every situation, every networking opportunity, okay? Everything that you can do. Remember, jump off the cliff and build the airplane on the way down, okay? Ready, fire, aim. Ready, fire, aim. Do it now, figure it out later, okay? Do it now, figure it out later. You don't have to have everything figured out to make your dreams a reality. You don't have to, I promise. I just actually this last weekend got a $3.25 million listing, okay, in traditional real estate as a real estate agent, representing the seller. And I've never sold a $3.25 million listing, ever. I've never done it, right? So there's always a first. But you know what? My confidence is so high that I know that I'll do it. I know I'll figure it out. And if I stumble, if I fall, then I'll call somebody that knows that sold a $3.25 million listing. I'll say, hey, I need your help. What can I do for you to help me? Okay? Or maybe I'll just figure it out. But regardless, the point is, you never will know until you know. So, guys, I hope this video hits you well. Again, this actually happened to me. This is a true story. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is the reality of the world that we live in. Hey, nice car. How simple is that, right? How simple. Unbelievably simple. I love all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Let's make some money today. Lanthony says, absolutely, man. Let's make some money today. So, again, hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here until the next video. But again, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. And if you haven't already subscribed, okay, go subscribe right now to the YouTube video, to this YouTube video. Yeah, right here, right now, right down below, right here. Yeah, click that subscribe button. Smash it, okay? Smash the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so when I start going live more, you know that I'm going live. You can click my little name as soon as I go live. You can watch it with me live, and you can ask me questions over here. Right here, Cameron Jacob says, awesome stuff. Love your knowledge. Appreciate it, Cameron. You're the man, brother. I really appreciate it. So smash that notification bell, Cameron. Smash that notification bell, Anthony. That way next time I go live, you guys know I'm going live, and we can ultimately chat. We can have fun. We can have a great time. Until then, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video.